4 people kidnapped in California, one of them just a baby. Police say the suspect is armed and dangerous. We're going to have more on this story coming up in the local. But first, to tonight's original with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been keeping an eye on. And tonight, one of Silicon Valley's most outspoken critics has just taken a job in Silicon Valley at a place some people consider one of the most important emerging platforms in the world. We're talking about Meredith Whittaker, who led walkout protests at Google. She is now president at Signal, an encrypted messaging app which is designed to provide total privacy for people who use it. Jake Ward sat down with Whittaker for an exclusive interview.
The new president of Signal is a very unusual tech executive. Best known for critiquing companies, not leading them, Meredith Whittaker now runs what experts call the last truly anonymous messaging platform. It's used by journalists, world leaders, activists, and criminals. Anyone who wishes to keep their communications absolutely private. Whittaker first became nationally known in the tech industry as a leader of walkouts at Google over a controversial military program there.
One night, I hear from somebody I know that Google is signing a contract with the U.S. Department of Defense to build machine vision, which is a type of automated AI for drone surveillance and targeting for the U.S. drone program. Every angle of that, it's pretty messy.
She organized protests and left Google in 2019 to create an ethics institute at NYU. Whittaker was then recruited by Lena Khan, the Federal Trade Commission chair, to be an in-house academic in the commission's work to regulate big tech.
We can walk down the street, not know we're being profiled by facial recognition cameras. Those images can be sent to different data brokers, and they can inform AI models that then inform our chances of employment. We have no idea any of this is happening.
Why suddenly take the reins of an organization after all this time analyzing them from both the inside and the outside?
This was a project that was funded by grants at the beginning, that is a nonprofit. So this is not a tech company, again, that is governed by the surveillance business model, that is governed by the pursuit of profit. The mission of Signal is to provide access to truly private digital communications whenever they want it.
How will you pay for this? How will you keep it going?
Some percentage of the many millions of people who use Signal will be willing to kick in, say, $5 a month. Because we don't monetize our data, because we don't collect any of that data to be monetized, we need to support Signal otherwise.
Whittaker says it's clear that Signal is the most anonymous major tech platform. WhatsApp is encrypted, she points out, but it's owned by Facebook parent Meta.
You can join the limited data that WhatsApp has with the massive stores of surveillance data that Facebook has and produce some pretty staggering insights. On the other hand, Signal doesn't have any of that data.
Law enforcement regularly subpoenas tech companies, including Signal, for things like messages, pictures, phone logs, and has criticized the industry for being opaque.
How do you articulate what it is about the surveillance economy that has made everything free, has made all of us the product, and that you can only really escape if you use a service like yours and kick in $5 if you can?
People over the past half decade have grown to recognize that there's a real problem with a handful of companies having such a monumental amount of intimate information about all of us that they routinely share with states. I don't think all tech needs to exist, because most tech that exists was built because somebody thought they could make money off it. And you can make a lot of money selling real-time facial recognition to oppressive police departments. You can make a lot of money selling surveillance and monitoring equipment to stalkers, right? Like, there are some really bad tech business
Did you hear that?
models.
Stalkers, guys.
Many of those should not exist.
Now, she has to develop a way to protect and grow the one company she says fits with her mission of fighting off surveillance in our lives.
We exist to provide a protected enclave where we can have actually private, experimental, intimate conversations without being caught up in the nexus of corporate state surveillance. That's why I'm there.
Jake is with us now live. Jake, thank you for bringing us that exclusive.